Greetings, I, TheWarOwl, greets you, and I'm going to be showing you here once again another 5 versus 5 Counter-Strike Global Defensive match. This one is going to be from the qualifiers of ESL One Cologne. There's a bunch of best of 1 games going on. Check out this interesting smoke grenade right here. How beautiful is that to block off a B push? Of course, it looks like HellRaisers is just going to be putting 1 player here. Yeah, so this one's going to be between eBettle, which I really don't know anything about. They're a Polish team. Some of the names of the players look familiar, but there's, I would say, maybe the 3rd best Polish team. And then we have HellRaisers, who is probably the 3rd best Eastern European team. HellRaisers consistently makes it into the majors and tends to upset. They're that upset team inside of the group stages. However, people just, I would say, consistently undervalue what HellRaisers brings to the table. Now, I have to say this before going forward. It looks like actually HellRaisers is getting ready to do a bomb site A take right here. And we have a 3-player setup by Team eBettle. Actually, that is just going to be 2 players. One is below them there on the minimap. Just going to be chilling here at the box. That's an interesting position to be in. And oh, look at that. Because players tend to plant at that box, we see sort of sniping the bomb planter. Bomb has not yet been planted. 40 seconds left, puts it into a 2 versus 3. Bomb still down. Here's the pickup. Now, they can attack when the bomb is getting planted in order to fight against even numbers, but unfortunately just going to be 1 player left. That is Grubby, and he will go down. HellRaisers taking that pistol round. Yes, this is what I have to say before going forward. Hyper here, the player for eBettle, is actually coming off of a ban for cheating from ESL. And I think it's important to note that and to point that out. If a player in the past has been cheating and has admitted to been cheating and taken a punishment for it. Personally, in my opinion, there should be 0 tolerance for that sort of thing. All right, HellRaisers creeping out over at A side. We're going to see the 2nd round armor pistol buy here from eBettle. They played pretty aggressively up front here. Pete trying to fall back, but Kutcher going to be taking him out easily there. We still have Furlan, who's chilling inside of the connector. Going to try to catch Dosia off guard, and it will work. And he should be able to grab that MAC-10 he dropped on the ground there. Actually, I think that player just had a... Yeah, that is a MAC-10. He's not grabbing it on purpose. I guess not very useful. That thing's going to be better against non-armored opponents. But, I mean, everybody here does have armor. HellRaisers just lost 1 player. This is actually going to favor HellRaisers right now. They're getting ready to push into bomb site A. We have 1 player inside of the bathrooms waiting for them. eBettle trying to do that 2nd round armor pistol sort of thing. And I'm waiting for some 1-deeks here from Raylan. Looks like eBettle's going to be rotating 1 player back over to bomb site A. Really, they got to find a better sponsor. Just saying. I don't like saying eBettle all the time. Look at this. Hyper inside of the site will be holding off the push. Bomb going to be getting planted, though. Going to see a rotate of these players. Hyper hiding himself in long A. Wow! Shoots the guy directly through the smoke there. Goodness. That is Moo. All right, here is Kutcher taking on Grubby. Grubby stays alive using the CZ. Now puts it into a 1 versus 1 with Angel. Angel creeping his way over. Bomb has been dropped. 5 seconds left. You need 3 seconds to plant. Angel decides to go for that kill to end the round, but looks like Grubby is going to survive. He's going to go hide. Good game sense to know that. All right, now is the time to hide. This player's not going to be able to plant in time. He's probably just going to try to go for the kill as a last-ditch effort to win that round. So now it's all tied up 1-1. We have an economic steal there, and HellRaisers, really the current meta is to buy up on this round. And they are going to be buying up. Awesome. And they did save this one AK-47, which I think is going to help them greatly. I was really hoping that was going to hit a balloon, but it did not. So they're setting up right now for a B take. Let's check out the mechanics of their B take as they get ready to push in. So they're going to be flashing over the top and charging through this smoke. We have players holding this off. Raylan jumping into the water here instead of trying to hold it from the balcony. We should have the player rotate to balcony real quickly. Here comes Pete down from the other side with a UMP. Interesting weapon to be using on this round, but picked it up off of the enemies. And look at that. Walks through the smoke and is able to prevent that bomb plant from going down. Team eBettle now in this game just stole that momentum that's going to force HellRaisers to have to save here on overpass. Now, what do you do here when you're in a situation you have to save on overpass? This is a tough situation to be in. There's not really much that they can do. Could go for some kind of a B rush and try to get that bomb planted. A lot of times you could split up or maybe try to take connector control and try to pick one of those players who's sneaking around connector and steal a weapon. Looks like they've decided to go for the B push for a bomb plant call. Hyper's in here to hold it off, though. There is a smoke to prevent these players from pushing. That nade's going to do a bunch of damage. Well, okay, apparently it did not, but, however, it did hit those players with no armor. Would have done a bunch of damage. Flash coming down and forcing Hyper back. He will be dying. Grubby's still up, though, playing the water. This is a very defensive position, especially if you got teammates up on top. And he does not, so he's got nobody watching his back. Here comes the reinforcements, though. Furlan moving in. Looking for the player at lower B. Looking directly at the player at lower B. And here comes Pete. 1 versus 3. It's definitely not going to happen. And Moo, goodness, with a 4 frag. I tell you what a play from Moo. Let's get ourselves an owl vision. I keep calling him Moo for some reason. I was calling him Mal before, which is how that name is actually pronounced. You guys were telling me it's more like Mo. So I guess I'll say it like you guys tried to correct me. Even though that name is pronounced Mal, I'll say it as Mo. Alright, Doncia going to be moving into the connector. Look at that pre-nade. Nobody in position there, though. Smart pre-nade to throw. They know they're going up against an eco team. Playing it very anti-eco. They're taking their time, creeping around the map, checking all of their corners, and they're taking position across the entire map right now. HellRaisers trying to get that map control. They should push forward a little bit here to try to get control of the connector. Oh, that was a mistake. Angel tried to go take water by himself. Major error, and that's going to give a FAMAS and control to eBettle. All right, here is Pete right now. Creeping through the smokes, trying to make something happen. And unfortunately, it seems like eBettle has lost the advantage they just had. They kind of pushed out there one at a time, tried to get some kills. A little bit of a greedy play, and they're all going to get mowed down and punished for that, and HellRaisers takes it. Now, that was a nice attempt at an eco. I really felt like after they stole that from Moss and they had that position, they knew they weren't going B, that maybe eBettle could have done more with that and could have really punished HellRaisers. Well, that's not going to happen. We see a bunch of flashes here. A secondary save. So 2 saves in a row. You know you're in a bad spot when you have to save twice in a row as CT. Here comes Docia through the connector right now. Let's see if they pick his gun. Avoids the flash perfectly. Not able to spray that player down. Terrace now have moved into water. Have position over at B. Haven't decided to push there just yet. Bomb is still all the way back at Playground right now, so HellRaisers, again, taking their time. Wow, pre-shooting around the corner there. Adren will be falling back, and it looks like they will be taking bomb site A, so there's nobody in position to hold this off. Pete's going to have to be the first player to rotate over there. And he is now in position. Will get mowed down by Docia. Docia, that's where the strength of Docia is. And it's getting those entry kills. It's getting those tab shots, getting those headshots. Docia is a very accurate player. He's a high frag player. That's the situation where Docia shines. And look at that. Tapping down Furlan through the wall right there. Excellent play. And it looks like Hyper's going to be grabbing himself an AK-47 and saving this thing for the next round. So he stole this off of Angel's corpse. However, HellRaisers will take the round and get ahead now. It'll be 4-2. Kutcher takes a leap of faith off the balcony, unfortunately, to his death. Sometimes those leaps of faith, they just don't work out. Because there's a demon in the water waiting to take you down. Actually, I should say HellRaisers are the demons. They are the HellRaisers. All right, they're leading now. They are ahead, and it looks like Mo's going to be... I'm sorry, I can't say Mo. I'm going to say it as Mao, guys. I'm going to say it how the name is said. I know it's probably said a different way. All right. Mao will be opping, moving his way over to bomb site A side. No, just throwing a Molotov. I guess they haven't really decided what they're doing just yet. This is a spam spot that goes to short A right here. You can see where those rounds are going. You can do some serious damage on players there. It's a nice little spam spot that folks found. I think it was intentionally built into the game. Adren sort of creeping in solo into lower B here. Probably going to try to escape. No, couldn't make it out in time, and Grubby's going to take him down. Puts it into a 2 versus 3. Unfortunately, HellRaisers players are getting picked all across the map. Here comes Pete. Sees the player inside of the playground. And it's got Terrace on both sides right now. Tries to escape. Just watching how these players play compared to the tier 1 teams, you consider these guys sort of tier 2, tier 3. You can see a major difference. We normally only really watch games from the very top level of Counter-Strike, but even just watching a little bit below that, you can see a major difference. There's a huge skill ceiling in this game that I believe has yet to be reached. All right, Hyper going to try to prevent them from pushing into A. He has intel that they're pushing at long. And looks like Grubby's going to try to flank them here. It's going to be a difficult bomb plant. Grubby gives away his position. Let's see if Hyper can get the shot on Mao. Not going to happen. Grubby gets picked by Mao. Looks like Hyper's put into a 1 versus 2. See what he sees. Well, he is able to take out Dosia. Still got the player at long to contend with. And it's kind of an awkward jump around the corner. I guess the idea there to throw that decoy was to fake it as a flash. But that ain't fooling our boy Mao here. Takes him down. Yeah, I don't, try those kinds of tricks against a team like HellRaisers. These guys know exactly what's going on. Also, you got to consider that even if it was a flash, sometimes you just hold the angle because you know a player's going to peek there. Throw down a pre-shot. All right, looks like eBettle's going to be having to save here once again. And we have a fight going on inside of the connector right now. Pete sort of rotating back. Lurk player just got killed and traded himself. That's unfortunate. That's not what you do as a lurk. Now, it's interesting that HellRaisers is playing a lurk like that on an anti-eco. So that sort of really opens it up. So you notice Rowlin now has this AK-47 that he stole off of Angel. Angel really shouldn't have been there. Completely solo. And wow, he's using that weapon against them now. Picks off Kutcher. Simple little mistakes like that can take you down. You got to keep track of your enemy's economy and know where they are. So you know that, okay, this round is an anti-eco. Let's plan it a little bit differently. Here comes Mao, who's definitely playing MVP so far. Picking players as they enter into the site. Adren doing some damage as well. Adren, the Kazakhstani player. I think Mao is as well. Rowling going to be mowing him down finally. Now puts it into a 2 versus 2. Dosia. Bomb is down. Dosia going to try to enter into this. We got a player playing truck right now. Bank is smoked, but only for the next second, so they got to push. Adren with the tap shot, and there's the second one. Great individual aims here on HellRaisers. It seems like really it's the teamwork aspect that I think would, once they get that together, push them up into the top tier of teams. All right, HellRaisers leading 6-2 right now on Overpass T-side. Now, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie, HellRaisers is coming out strong here. All right, here's that Molotov we were waiting for. It looks like that's for short. And with the addition of the wall bangs there, that could actually kill a player if he decided to peek at short. Be careful, guys, on Overpass. You're playing against pros. Don't you be peeking short that early. Now, interesting to note, eBettle's not really taking advantage of this wall right here. We haven't seen them peek over it at all. Angel's sort of waiting for them to do that. It's sort of the standard thing to do. For the most part, they've just been chilling inside of the site, not trying to get that extra intel that you could glean from there, as well as having a player upper. Now, notice the setup by eBettle. They have 3 players inside of the site, nobody at the balcony. That's a little bit strange. Balcony is a smart position because you can rotate back to A really quickly. Oh, here he goes. And gonna get immediately shot for his troubles. HellRaisers again split all the way across the map, going for picks, creeping around, taking position. 45 seconds left. It looks like they are, I guess, taking cues from their big brother, Na'Vi, to take their time. Creep across the map. This is a very Na'Vi-esque play right here from HellRaisers, and it looks like they're finally going to converge onto bomb site A. We've already, oh, I love that boost. Hold on, let's get it on Mao right here. You can see a player inside a bank. And going to be dropping down. Defensive smokes there, going to clear pretty soon. 20 seconds, they have to push into the side right now. CTs have to hold this off. 16 seconds, they'll try to plant in front of those boxes, but again, look at this angle from Raylan. It's not going to happen. Bomb will not get planted. 8 seconds left. CT's rotating. Terrorists take the site. Dosia going for the plant. And because the counter-terrorists were a little bit out of position, allowed them to have it, turns it into a 3 versus 4. They can watch that bomb from very far back. This is a difficult retake. They have no smokes left to help with this. They have to engage the terrorist. And they will. And look at that, Grubby doing some serious damage. One player should start to defuse that bomb right now. And all of the terrorists go down. That will be a defuse. They do not. There it is. Gonna get it on the player with the kit. That's gonna be grubby. Intense round. eBettle with an excellent retake of bomb site A. That was superb. They had to push. They made the decision really quickly. We got to push out there. We got to engage these terrorists. We have to take back control here because they couldn't go for a defuse until all of those guys were dead based on that positioning. Excellent round. HellRaisers still up, though, 2-1. Well, let's notice where this Opera is going to be playing. He's going to be playing it. Oh, they're going to boost him up. This is interesting. Kind of a weird spot to look right now. Not sure why he isn't looking at long A. He's sort of staring through the building. Is there something I am missing here? All right, looks like the terrorists are going to be pushing into bomb site B, though. Entering at lower B, we see a Dren moving into the site right now. This is the bomb plant player. Excellent angle there. I love that. And he will be able to get that bomb down. Kutcher going to push forward aggressively while he does so. This is so if a player jumps over the side, they'll jump right on Kutcher's head. He'll be in position. Oh, they're boosting him up. Oh, this is so smart. Well, now they don't really have to worry about balcony. He's going to push through this smoke. And I think that at this point, yeah, they have to save. Dosia's in hot pursuit, though. He's not going to let them save. Here comes the exit. He hears them. And waiting for it. There it is. There's the first. He knows the other one is there and takes him down. Wow, the game sense. I can't believe he knew that player was right around the corner like that. If I was watching an Overwatch, I'd been like, nope. All right. HellRaisers well ahead right now, 7-3. And I believe this match was already played, of course. I believe it was to determine who moves on in the qualifiers. So it's a really important match. Okay, on an eco, eBettle's playing it pretty aggressively here. This is, I think, a very smart play to put these two players into connector like this, because they could steal a weapon off of the terrorist creeping through here. Let's see if it pays off. Here's Angel in position. Now notice how safe HellRaisers is playing it. He heard the damage from that fire, so he knows a player is there. Oh, that is a difficult corner to peek. He's got a player right behind him. Furlan will be able to grab that AK-47. This is the player who has armor. Ooh, just avoids that nade. May have actually died if he didn't have armor. Dosia, always in the right spot at the right time. Mows both of them down. Here comes Hyper, though. He's going to grab this AK-47. Try to deal with Dosia here. I'm interested to know why he hasn't grabbed that AK-47 yet. It's right there. Maybe he thinks it's a trap. Maybe he thinks the player is right around the corner. There he goes, picks it up. And he is right around the corner, but Dosia able to out-aim him. All right, and here is Raylan. 1 versus 4. No armor. No gun. No brains. He's dead. I don't mean he's stupid. I don't think he's stupid. I just think his brains got blew out by the gun. It's a violent game. eBettle, oh man, they got to save twice again. This is a rough half for them. After coming off of an eco, they got to do it again. Now, a lot of teams have become very creative in their buying strategies, like Envious and stuff. You'll see them spend a lot of money on one of those rounds. Instead of going into a double save like this, they'll find a way to turn it into another buy round. At least one of those half buys. I want to see some one digs. Deagle versus Op right now, and oh man, it looks like the Op's going to win by just the slimmest of margins. Furlan's got players moving in from behind right now. Seems to be aware of it now. Must have gotten a call from a teammate. And it's 2 versus 3. Terrorists need to grab that bomb, though. Ooh, just avoiding the flames. Grubby tries to move in from the other side of Angel, unfortunately. Angel, though, great game sense. Look at this, the spray battle through the walls. Both players so low, just the one tap through that wall would take him down. And Angel holds on to his own. That's going to be a 4 frag for him. Wow. Lots of great individual plays here from HellRaisers. All right, Furlan going to be buying up an Op. He's on a position. He can go for the pick at A, like going into playground. This is a good spawn for that. So let's see if he goes for it. If he goes into connector, no, he's not going for the pick. He's going for a connector pick. And, oh, the smoke grenade that hit him sort of threw off his aim a little bit. Terra's going to be trying to push into bomb site B right now. Good flashes. We see Hyper there completely flashed in the corner. Hyper throws his own pop flash out. It was successful. And Mal's going to take out Hyper. Nice entries into the site. Now puts it into a 3 versus 4. Terrorists have it. They have to work on the retake, but Raylan's in a great position to prevent a bomb plant. Look at this. Smart Molotov to say, all right, where's the one position? That's gonna, the player could be sitting right now. I'm interested to know why they don't move this player through to water right now. I guess he's waiting for them to go lower B because you expect them to rotate very heavily on this map. We also have a little lurk battle going on here between Dosia and Pete. Lurk battles generally end in whoever is behind the other one, and it seems like Dosia is gonna come out ahead there. Now, HellRaisers is waiting for Dosia to get position before they push into bomb side B. 35 seconds left. They don't have the time. They just moved into lower. They're waiting for Dosia. It's all on Dosia's positioning right now. 30 seconds. Walking all the way here. And, oh, Mao got killed. That shouldn't have happened. Does have control of balcony, but now there is another lurk behind him. The lurk battle continues. And Pete will take him down. Pete's the last player left, 1 versus 2. Here's the bomb being planted. Does not have a nade, so he's going to have to try to wall banks. Not going to happen. That player down to 8 health, though. Oh, and will get taken down by Kutcher. All right, 2 rounds left in the half. HellRaisers is so far ahead right now. Now, Overpass is a map that can definitely go T-sided. It's not, I wouldn't call it a T-sided map, but it can definitely go T-sided, so this is not abnormal. eBettle is not out of it yet. However, unfortunately, they've had to do a no-helmet FAMAS buy. So this is what we're talking about, more creative buys. FAMAS is very weak compared to the AK-47, so let's see if this pays off for them. It's creative. All right. Well, they do get an early pick there thanks to their aggression at long A. They need to pull their Opera over to long A. Look at that. That's a nice smoke. That prevents anybody trying to push over there at long A. All right, Mao gonna grab that bomb and rotate back. No, just taking a different position. Once that smoke clears, let's see if they try to push again. No, they still have these 2 players stacked in long. Well, they're gonna move through the connector area, but that's another pick. This actually looks really good for eBettle. Ren sneaking out behind Raylan there. Interesting smoke. I don't think it's gonna help him. Oh, I didn't even know Furlan was there. Furlan moved over to the other side of long A. Now puts it into a 2 versus 4. 40 seconds left, and it looks like the FAMAS play has paid off. Mal getting a kill on Furlan. They don't know about the players still behind them. That's Raylan. Picks off 1 player. Now it's just Dosia. 1 versus 2. 30 seconds left. He's going to try to take bomb site A. Where's this Molotov going? Oh. Engaging the player now. 20 seconds. He has to plant. He's going to throw down the smoke. Oh, it is a fake plant to try to bait these players to push him. They were just allowing him to get that. I think Dosia may have feared that a player was rotating from behind him and may have decided not to plant it. You would think that like the most logical thing to do in that situation is to throw the smoke down at your feet and plant inside of it at the boxes where he was, just so he wouldn't die, or even to throw the smoke and make it seem like he was planting elsewhere. I don't know. Bunch of different things he could have done. But faking it and trying to push with only a few seconds left may have been the wrong call. Of course, we're looking at it in hindsight. Double op T-side by HellRaisers for last round. They have the money, so why not? Nobody had long this time. Look at the stack. eBettle going to be completely stacking. Bomb site A. 3 players in the site. Nobody balcony again. And 2 players connector. HellRaisers could just walk into bomb site A, but they play it so safe and so slow that they're not going to know about it. All right, here they go now, moving a little bit more aggressively. Nice. I didn't even know you could get up there solo. Shows what a noob I am. All right, Furlan. Oop, sees the opper. Now knows exactly what's going on. He's got terrorists on all sides. Sees that player down lower left. He says, all right, guys, it's going to be an A-take. Rotate. All of eBettle players are going to be rotating to hold off an A-take here. See the terrorists now deciding to move forward. 2 players left, both with ops. What a shot from Kutcher, but that's just not going to be enough. Mao's going to have to pull off some thrilling heroics. Not going to happen. There's the half. 10-5. HellRaisers leading again by that 2-1 margin. Excellent half by HellRaisers. They're going to move into the second one. HellRaisers definitely going to be ahead here. And it looks like eBettle will be taking the terrorist side now. See what they decide to do in this pistol round. Looks like they're going to be doing a B take. All of them pushing forward. They bought some Molotovs for short. Who is here to deal with this? Interesting positioning. Both of them playing it very far back, sort of allowing the terrorists to have this site. They will be able to get this bomb planted. Oh, that's a new position here. Plan to get inside of that smoke. Oh, that's why they were doing that. They were going to show off this boost. And they weren't really able to do anything with it, unfortunately, so... Angel does have one frag to his name. Mao now gonna have to 1v4 this thing. 3 players left on his list. And tough position to be in, not gonna be able to pull it off. Alright, so that was some questionable positioning from HellRaisers. eBettle going for that B take, very hard B take, and HellRaisers was not set up to deal with that. You have to consider that these teams, they may not know enough about each other's strats to be able to counterplay them. However, it seemed like HellRaisers was going for a counterplay with that pistol setup. So expecting eBettle to do something else that they definitely did not do. I know you're going to be talking about that in the comments. Mao watching long A right now. Sees the player behind the rock. No other position. No, you know what we call this? This is rock. And this is rock tree. Because there's a rock. And a tree. Brilliant, I know. Alright, Kutcher. Chilling inside of the bathrooms. Waiting for these players. Both of them moving in at long A right now. And he will go down. Interesting to know. This is something HellRaisers does that really gets on my nerves. Their buying strategies. 3 of their players didn't buy. 2 of them went the armor pistol. Just so awkward. It just gets on my nerves. When it's not, it doesn't line up, you know? Alright, the lurk player Furlan, look how passively he plays this as a lurk. We saw the HellRaisers lurk getting picked quite a bit. Hyper gonna be taking A solo right now. He's like, hey guys, maybe we should have gone A. Terrace will be pushing it to B right now. Hyper's job is to make some noise. And he does. Terrace kind of walk into bomb site B. Again, HellRaisers making very questionable decisions. And this is the thing that usually ends up killing them. Just very questionable decisions. Fully rotated over to A. Completely stacked it. Got outplayed. And I don't think they should really... I mean, what do? They stole this weapon, but, I mean... Mao has nothing to save. Yet he's saving. It makes sense for him to try to go for exits. Instead, he's just chilling over here. Alright. What do you do next round, HellRaisers? They have to save next round anyway. I guess they could try to go for a force buy, so by buying light on that round, maybe this round they could try to do some kind of a force buy. But it just seems kind of weird. Then you're just saving till round 4. Yeah, I think their economy is really messed up. Alright, eBettle's gonna be moving as one blob right now. Well, some players just split off into the connector and leaving one lurk player. So this is actually very common. We look at our mini-map right now. Very common to leave one player here on T side to play lurk, and then move the rest of your players over here at A side at the very start, and even leave maybe one player down here. So it's a very common setup to just have one guy over here. 3 players at long A hiding. They're gonna try to trick him right now. It's a little shooting gallery here for the eBettle players. Kutcher has survived. He escaped with his life. Wasn't able to grab one of those weapons, though. Got Terrace on all sides. Gonna bunny hop his way out of there. Meet up with his teammate. It's like, dude, you blocked me. And this is the player with a weapon. So Angel, who has armor, helmet, and a Galil. This is the power player. It's a 3 versus 3, so this weird economy could work out here for HellRaisers. Terrace rotating all the way back to spawn. 30 seconds left. They don't have time to do this. Adren is going to get some intel here if he hears the footsteps. He heard that player. He's going to try to push in from behind him. It's definitely going to be a B-take. 19 seconds left. CTs, all they got to do is prevent this bomb plant. There's not a lot of time. We have the lurk player moving in fast as well. Terrace moving into the site. They have to plant this thing. They do not have a smoke. They just have a Molotov that they could throw. Bomb getting planted. Oh, there's the smoke. I guess they did have a smoke. They threw it before I saw it. Angel coming through big time. The power player. Kutcher with the kill, and there's going to be a defuse on that bomb. They can't find it. No kits. There it is. Don't worry. They're fine. They're fine. They weren't going to be a sad camper. Getting a little scared there, you know? A little agitated. I don't know what that is. Huh. All right, 7-11. eBettle's definitely coming back into this thing, but HellRaisers takes the point. That was a really good round for HellRaisers. I doubted them. I doubted their economy strategy. Somehow it paid off. Just having that, I mean, that's a common thing too. To have one player with an armor and a gun, and the rest of the players saving. It's what I used to call an Eastern European buy. But I haven't really seen it in a long time. All right, eBettle's taking their sweet time now. Creeping across the map, working on map control. They don't care about long, apparently. They're gonna go peek it now. This is kind of the same way HellRaisers was playing it. This is kind of the very most basic standard way to how to play this. However, what is this craziness? Who is that? That is a Dren. Let's get on a Dren right now. I like this boost. This is a smart boost. It helps with bathroom quite a bit, but it looks like the team's gonna be pushing at long A. So they're gonna have to fall off of this. Probably throw a smoke down at long. They got 2 smokes left. Mal should throw that thing pretty soon. He's not throwing it. 40 seconds left. Now is the time to smoke this off. Oh, he's gonna smoke the bathroom. Terra's smoking into the side right now. Oh, he wants to hold this. Okay. Should probably spam into there. Oh, that was awkward. 3 players moving in close. That was kind of a mistake. Oh, Dren's in position, though. Look at that shot. Excellent. Whew! The spray control there, hitting that player directly in the face. I'm offline right now, so I don't know how that's popping up. Dosia now in a 1 versus 1 against Furlan. Bomb planted. He moves in there super aggressively, and we'll take down both of those players. Well, there comes the defuse. And yeah, HellRaisers well ahead now. Just took those 2 points in a row. Took back that economic momentum. They have full momentum right now. This is going to force eBettle into a save. They do not have the money right now. All right. One player buying a CZ with a... Where is that? Decoy? What was the point of that? I guess that was a mistake. It must have been a misbuy as he was going for a flash grenade. Terrace are just going to try to push into bomb site B. Dosia throwing down the Molotov to prevent this. Angel sees what's going on, throws a pre-nade! Oh, that does so much damage! Terra's still trying to push into B, but they have been denied by the expert nading of HellRaisers here. Well, they get out lower B. More nades coming down. Adren able to kill that player. Terra's trying to push into the site. This is not going to happen. This is just a no-go push. 1 player left, and there's the final kill. Wow, they got shut down on the B take. All right. 13 points for HellRaisers now, very close to victory. They really have to choke on this round to lose this thing. This is the round that eBettle, they're so far behind right now. It's looking rough. They almost have no chance of winning this. This is the round. If they win this, they're still in it. I see 3 Molotovs. Could be setting up for some kind of an interesting play here. So they're smoking off lower. They're smoking off upper. Flashing a standard into the site. And they will get in here. Player's still in water. Gonna aggress him with 1 player. May have been a mistake. Oh, they're going at him 1 at a time. Dosia at the 3 frag right now. Finally goes down. Here's Furlan. Puts it into a 2 versus 2. CT's got to do the retake, and really, HellRaisers can allow them to have this point. They don't have to push it, but I think it would make sense to push it economically. They can still buy, and if they win this round, if they somehow manage to win it, boom, they probably won this game. However, they go for the push, and it doesn't pay off. All right, eBettle now takes a point. They are far behind. HellRaisers going for the buy. They don't have a lot of money, but it's enough to go for a buy. If eBettle wins this thing, HellRaisers will have to save. Mal going for the pick. He's going for that pick. No, he's going into connector again. These teams play so much like each other. Oh! The flash did not fully hit him. Nice. Now, if Simple were playing, he would have run right up here to the fountain and picked a player. Just saying. All right. Furlan. Watching lower B. Dosia. This is a scary cross. Does he know that Dosia has crossed is the question. That's going to be a no. Could have held that angle. Kept that player there. 1 minute left. What have they accomplished in all that time? All they've accomplished is losing a player. So they're probably going to boost up here. And who is that up top? Their name is not showing. I guess we'll go third person so I don't get on the wrong person. Here it is. It's going to be Raylan. Montagra something. All right, Terrace is going to try and attempt at an A-tank here. They got a bunch of smokes to throw. Blocking off the site. Got Molotovs as well. Well, they do get the entry. Interesting smoke off. Look at this. It allows them control of bank. This is a really unique smoke off. I like it a lot. Now it's just Dosia left. 1 versus 4. And will get picked by a duck-peeking Raylan. That was a really interesting smoke-off of Overpass. You can hear me writing with a pen, and you know exactly why. If you're a viewer, if you're a WarOwl viewer, you know what's going on right now. You know what the next video is. Oh my goodness. Is this happening? We got a yin-yang going on over here. Wow, eBettle. Free points. Goodness. Well, they could prevent that bomb plant. I like the plant from eBettle as well. To smoke up front and plant at the pillar, because that's a better place to hold off. Instead of just planting in front of the boxes there. Alright, just Mal left. 1 versus 5. He's going to go chill in the corner and listen to the Portal music. Yeah. We just lost a player. Looks like we're going to have a pause pretty soon. Mal going to try to survive. Raylan's hunting him down. Wow. I don't check that corner. All right. And it looks like they are going to be pausing right now, so we shall resume when all the players are back and all the issues are taken care of. Keep in mind, guys, stuff like that happens. You got to deal with it. Well, we thought we had a fallen angel, but he has returned. See what I did with his name? See what I did with his name? Oh my gosh, I can peer into his soul. It's fairly vacant in there. All right. eBettle coming back into this thing now at 10 points. It's looking more possible after winning those 3 rounds in a row. I think HellRaisers needs to play a little more safe here. Try not to overextend themselves. It looks like that's what they're doing. Well, they're starting to rotate. This could be an over-rotate, which is something they've been tending to do a lot here. All right, Kutcher up front. See if he can get to the pick here. Oh, Pete! Goodness. Well, don't worry. 2 of the terrorists do go down at the same time. Raylan pushing to the side. Nice, mow down. And puts it into a 3 versus 3. They could take that bomb back to B. Again, they know HellRaisers have been over-rotating. HellRaisers has left Dosia, though. Wow, there's a pick. Again, crazy picks. I think it was through the smoke. Maybe he ran through that smoke. Oh, he could pick Adren right now. Adren knows exactly what's going on. You see how he engages at one side and then looks over because he knows the other guy's probably going to try to peek at that point? All right, Taves have the site. They're going to be planting this now. They've smoked off Adren. Here comes Dosia from the other side. Adren in position. Got players on all sides. Moves out. Nice shot. And almost able to get that player down. Both players very low. Dosia! A little bit of a miss aim. Grubby with a nice headshot. And look at that. eBettle now has a chance to win this thing. Wow, HellRaisers. HellRaisers is choking right now. They just need 1 good round to get themselves back into this thing. Here comes an eco. It should be a gimme for eBettle. It's going to even up the score. And they're going for the B take. Oh, it's happening again. This time they left Dosia. And in a full flash off, Dosia throws all of his rounds down there. I can't help but feel that if he had a better weapon, he may have been able to do a ton more damage in that situation. Everybody was flashed. He knew where to shoot, though. Angel going down. Tried to hide inside of their smoke. T's have the sight again. How does HellRaisers keep getting outplayed? How do they keep getting outcalled pretty much. It seems like, I mean, eBettle must have studied them or something, because it seems like on these ecos, HellRaisers has been pushing over on like A side with their pistols, right? Every time HellRaisers gets in that eco position, eBettle just pushes right into bomb site B, and that is the advantage of knowing your enemy. You gotta know your enemy, guys, if you want to defeat him. And trust me, for the next few minutes, these guys are bitter enemies. And then after that, they'll be friends, hugging, chilling, drinking brewskis, bro. But right now, they're gonna bite each other's faces off. Well, probably not that extreme. All right, eBettle chilling over here, leaving one lurk player. They're probably gonna boost a player up here. Only gonna do it solo. Here it's Raylan. Checking it out. Oh! Mao gonna take him down. He was watching that spot like a hawk. Oh, he has bomb control. That is huge. They're gonna have to smoke that off. Mao should just sort of like start throwing rounds downrange here through that smoke. Well, that's a good Molotov. All right, 3 versus 3 right now. Kutcher inside of the bathroom, creeping around. And T's gonna try to enter into A. Ooh, Kutcher takes out Grubby. Hyper catches him running back into the side right now. They got a little bit of a window of opportunity to take bomb site A. They're gonna not take it, and with 17 seconds left, decide to rotate back to B. Counter-terrorists have rotated to A. 12 seconds left. They have enough to plant. Wow, that time management. I don't believe that. They're going for the safe plant. They will get it. Dosia gets back just in time. Now puts it into a 1 versus 2. Incredible timing from eBettle. Near perfect timing. Now puts it into a 1 versus 1 with Mao, who's jumped into the water, ducking a shot, and taking him down. My goodness, that is going to put eBettle back in this thing. I keep saying that, but they are definitely back in the thing. That is 6 rounds in a row right now against HellRaisers. It is tied up 13-13. What a play. You know what? I think it's safe to say at this point, whichever team here makes it into Cologne has the possibility to upset in the group stages. Probably won't, but has that possibility. And that's why that was silly. That was silly. I think that was supposed to be an upper smoke. Terrace charging into bomb site B. Taken lower. This is actually it's a standard take. On overpass, it makes sense to just charge into bomb site B. It doesn't on a lot of maps. It doesn't on Dust 2. It does on overpass. 3 versus 3 again. Bomb not yet planted. They do not have, oh, they have 1 smoke left. Oh, player moves in. That's why you gotta smoke that off. Boosting Dosia up. Oh my goodness, they were waiting for that to happen. Now puts it into a 1 versus 1 very quickly. Players go down. My goodness, eBettle has just taken the lead. HellRaisers is gonna call a timeout right now, which they should. They gotta figure out what's going on. They gotta use this to plan their next strategy, because this is not working. They also gotta think about this in terms of their economy, in terms of the rounds that are left. They can't let eBettle win this. You got a tough decision right now. It's basically, do we buy on this round? Do we prevent them from getting to 15? We don't want to go into overtime. Or does HellRaisers save and go for overtime? They got to make that call. I think the safe call right now is to buy so that they can buy next round. They have full blue shell money. So they should buy on this round enough so that they have a chance on the next round. Let's see what they do. All right, they are commencing right now. Let's see what they do, and they go for the buy. HellRaisers going for the ballsy play. I think they're gonna have 2 Armor FAMAS plays under their belt to try to prevent eBettle from taking this. All right, they're splitting up pretty safe. Kutcher out here in front. Working on connector right now. Leaving that 1 lurk. Bomb has been dropped. eBettle going for picks. All right, Angel has pushed into water. He's gonna fall back from this. Thanks to players inside a connector. Right now, HellRaisers is like, all right, are they gonna stack A side? They're gonna leave 1 player back here, thanks to the tell that they said, nobody's at B side, this is odd. Rotate the player back to hold off an A push. Now, with control of connector, eBettle can rotate all the way back to B. However, Adren's in the perfect spot to prevent that, which is why he pushed up here. Man, they haven't seen anything. HellRaisers has no idea what's going on in this round. They gotta be scratching their heads like, where are these guys? They haven't seen a thing. Well, now they know what's going on. They see that player over at long A. Assume it's gonna be an A take. Now, Adren's been getting consistently picked here. Ooh, gonna fall back from that. Player's pushing out from long right now. There he goes, takes him down. Hyper creeps into the site, look at this. Adren's in hot pursuit. They do that smoke off again. And he'll get taken down, puts it into a 3 versus 3. Terrorists have decided to take bomb site B, and again, HellRaisers gets punished for the over-rotate. Kutcher forced out by the Molotov, puts it into a 1 versus 2. It looks bleak for HellRaisers, as eBettle now takes 15 points. It is match point right now. HellRaisers has got another Armor FAMAS under their belt. Let's see if they can make it happen. Well, that pause didn't really help them, did it? Oh, and they are charging forward. They're doing something drastic. This always happens with HellRaisers when they start to choke. They do something super drastic. They've left B exposed. Oh, man. Angel getting picked. Left out to dry. Kutcher couldn't help him out there. One player picked already. Dosey gonna chill inside of the water. He's playing it very ballsy right now. eBettle's just doing their standard play. They're not switching it up at all. Creeping forward at long, getting position, taking bathroom control here. Good flash, but they didn't expect 2 players to be stacked up there. So already this has paid off for HellRaisers. Ooh, what? Adren just took out Mo. I don't believe it. Now puts it into a 3 versus 3. That was a critical mistake. Oh man, Furlan walks over to the connector but doesn't even check it. Now puts it into a 2 versus 3. Terra's gonna try to push it A. Adren in position. And sitting at bank right now. CTs, 2 of them at B. They're very aggressive there. Sitting inside of water right now. Adren should call the rotate. It's going to be a long rotate, though. It's really up to Adren. Bomb is down. Now puts it into a 1 versus 2. This is definitely winnable here for HellRaisers. And look at that. Very quickly, Kutcher charges through that smoke. Try to catch the player planting. Catches him check in the corner. And look at that. HellRaisers now has another chance. All right, this is it. HellRaisers can push this thing into an overtime, or eBettle can win it outright. It looked like it looks like it was a slam dunk for HellRaisers. What happened? Terrorists are going to be trying a push into bomb site B right now. Smokes, flashes, Molotovs moving over. They've taken control of water. Going to be flashing into the site. 2 players at lower B right now. CTs are going to be rotating. Grubby takes control of water. They are behind the CTs. Look at that positioning. 1 player still inside of water. Oh man, they move in from both sides. Still not planted that bomb. Hyper gonna pick Kutchers. And look at this. It's all up to Mal. Match point. 1 versus 3. This is the moment that defines a player. Trying to Molotov the player off inside of the site. Gets the pick on the player lower B. Still has a player below that he doesn't know about. That is Hyper. Focusing on the player at short right now. And try and pick him before pushing forward. At some point, he might just have to leap of faith over the side. Not a lot of time left, and he will get taken down from below by Hyper, the player he did not know about. That is going to be the game, ending 16-14 Sokals. HellRaisers is out of it. And this team, who we don't know very much about, all of a sudden is in it. Thank you both very much for watching. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer. my goodness. Is this happening? We got a yin yang going on over here.